How is it going, guys? So in this video I'll be doing a loot from 10 hours of the new Grotesque Guardians, the Gargoyle Boss, and I'll also be adding a guide on how to get 10 plus kills a trip. A few new items the boss does drop. You got the granite gloves, the granite ring, and the granite hammer, along with a new black tourmaline core that you add to the Bandos boots, which turn into the new Guardian boots. And let me tell you guys, they have insanely high defense, around the low 30s, and I just had to buy some myself. They look so badass. I would also like to note that I just cleaned my entire bank and I have an even amount of supplies and no loot really, so we're gonna have an accurate price check on this, guys. So stay tuned and give a like if you enjoy. So if you guys think that you know how to kill it, feel free to skip ahead a few minutes. If not, I do have a guide. So this boss is definitely easy, guys, but it's kind of made to look hard, and if you're like 100 combat, this might look a little intense, which it is. I would definitely recommend 85 range and 85 combat stats at least. That's all you'll need. You will not need magic. And as far as the melee setup goes, I would go with the most strength and as most accurate gear as you can get. Basic Slayer gear. You do not have to use a tentacle whip. You could use a bludgeon. Anything else really works. This is a pretty easy boss. The gear doesn't matter too much, guys. It really doesn't. You could even use Carol's top, Varroc's skirt. It doesn't matter too much. As far as range gear, guys, go with the best you can. Like I said, it doesn't matter too much. Don't try and bring too many switches. Don't overdo it. I just like to keep my primordial boots and a berserker ring. If you really want to take an imbued archer ring or something, go for it, but I don't think it's worth it. So after you've gotten your key from the regular gargoyles, it's time to head to the portal at the top of the Slayer Tower. Once you enter, head north and click on the bell. As soon as the cutscene begins, pray range. Once you guys get it down, you can spam click it and it'll automatically attack and instantly engage the fight for you. I would highly recommend staying in the northeast side of the room and trying to get a safe spot going on. I would lure him far to the wall and then pull him right to that little square. You guys will get the hang of it for sure once you do it a couple times, and once you get that, you're good to go. He may eventually walk out of place, but just repeat, guys. Another thing is try and stay one square away from where she throws the white balls, or you will get frozen for about 15 seconds. So once Dawn gets about 50%, she'll switch her energy to midnight, and now you have a new fight. Put on your melee gear and try and pay attention to the screen. Always stay one square away from any purple or orange energy pools, if whatever you want to call them. Now once you're able to attack him, hit him once, maybe twice, then walk away a few feet. Or his special ability will get you and you'll be hit for about a 30, maybe a 20, and rocks could hit you and it's really going to mess you up. And this stun lasts for about 5 to 7 seconds. So basically just pray melee and tank it. Use prayer flicks if you want to conserve prayer. So this is exact same thing as before. They're about to switch energies and the pool is going to come up on the ground. I would recommend getting into your range gear and standing in the middle. The reason for this is Dawn is about to shoot 3 healing orbs out of herself in all different directions of the room. You want to try and click on these orbs as quick as you can. Every 5 seconds, they will go from tier 1 to tier 2 to tier 3. Tier 1 hits you for a 2, tier 2 hits you for a 10, and tier 3 hits you for a 20. I would say if it gets to tier 3, guys, don't even go for it. You can do more than 90 damage in almost the time it would take for you to run on the other side of the room, and 20 damage dealt is a whole shark or angler, so I would definitely not even go for it. If you never click the orbs, each orb will heal 90 health. So after you've handled every orb, go back to the northeast side of the room and try and get a safe spot going on and bring Dawn to 0%. Once Dawn dies, you'll be instantly teleported to somewhere in the room and try and click out of this square as quick as you can. If you get unlucky, you may get a square in the corner and you can't escape. So yeah, you have to get hit about 50. It sucks really bad. So on this part, I definitely like to use my spec. It has the lowest defense by far. I would definitely recommend flinch hitting, hitting him, walking away, so you can see if he's gonna range or melee you. Your prayers will never fully block it, but they will half his attacks. His melees can hit like 30s almost, so a tad bit of a danger. You could also bank every kill for spec and use the pool of rejuvenation, but I don't find it worth it. It takes like 30 seconds at least to get back into the room. You might as well just stay, maybe use the SGS. I just wanted to show about 20 drops here, and then we will get into the final price check at the end with the supply cost and my total profit made. I really do hope it's decent. I'm looking for at least $1 million an hour. That would be nice. It should compete with other bosses. And if all comes to worst, at least it has a really cool pet that is you know, a plus side to it. I killed 160 in 10 hours, you know, 16 an hour. I probably could have done a little bit more, but you know, you gotta think that each boss kills around 3 minutes. You gotta bank, you may die, and I still have a little bit to learn in the first 25 kills, so you could definitely expect around 15 to 20 kills an hour depending on your setup and, you know, your skill level and RNG. Ah, there it is, 160 kills. I'm never coming back here again, at least for a week or two. I'm so burnt out. Let's leave. Also, feel free to throw a like if that guide did help you. I really appreciate it. So now moving on to the cost of the supplies, guys. I feel like this is going to be pretty steep, so I definitely want to take that into account. We spent 300k on food, 1.6 mil on potions, 2 mil on darts, 500k on scales, and 200k, well 250k actually, I died 5 times, on the death chest. You have to pay 50k every time you die, so it's looking like a grand total of 4.7 mil just for supplies. That's pretty steep, and I know I didn't get any good drops besides my granite ring, which is like 200k, and you know, even if I did get the boots, man, I'm gonna have to get pretty lucky with these drops to make a nice profit here. And here we are, the loot from 10 hours, about to throw it in the price checker. Let's get it. Modash said that the granite dust would be tradable, but it's not, so whatever. But you know, a good amount of ruins, bolt tips, all that type of stuff. I feel like they went with the same gargoyle drops as they should. A lot of nice juicy bars and ores going on here, guys, quite nice. I must say I'm pleased with the crystal keys and the rune items. Definitely a good boss for, you know, Iron Man if they need some extra glories or some alkables or something. Definitely pretty good. Looks like we are coming out shy of under 8 mil, guys. That's pretty bad. This is around 320k an hour. Man, I don't know what Jagex is doing. They've really been going downhill on the drops and all the bosses and stuff. But anyway, hope you guys did enjoy the video. Make sure to throw a subscribe if you haven't and like the video, and comment, you know, on what they can do to fix these bosses, or how many you killed, or you know, what kind of drops you got. I got pretty unlucky myself. If I would have got a pet, that would have made my week, but you know, it didn't happen, so what do you expect? But anyway, have a good one, guys.
Drinking